Hello, students. We are on page 50 in your workbook, and we're looking at section A, write. So over here, it's like I practice karate, you practice karate, we practice karate, they practice karate. Notice the spelling, but he practices karate. She practices karate. Okay, so that's all we're doing is changing that. So here we have, so for example, I do homework. He does homework. You study English. She studies English. We play tennis. He plays tennis. And the last one, they read email. She reads email. Okay? Not too hard. Here we have a match. So practice karate. Here we go. They're practicing karate. Play tennis. Playing tennis. Study English. There you go. Do homework. Right there. Do gymnastics. And right there. Okay. Page 50 is worth 10 points. Here we're on page 51. And so we're on section C, write. So we have 100% is always, 80% usually, 40% sometimes, 0% never. When does he read email? We have 80% here, so he usually reads email after school. Number 2, when does she do homework? We have 40%, so it's sometimes. She sometimes does homework after school. Number 3, when does he study English? We have 100%, so we know it's always. He always studies English after school. When does she practice karate? We have 0%, which means never. So she never practices karate after school. Section D, read and circle. 1, do you do your homework after school? It's full here, so it's going to be I always do my homework after school. So always. Do you ride your bike after school? We have the 80% here, so I usually ride my bike after school. Number 3, do you take a nap after school? It's empty, so that's 0%, so never. I never take a nap after school. So that's page 51, and we're looking at 7 points up there. Page 52. So we're looking at matching. So let's take a little closer look here. So we had to fill in the blanks with the SW or an ST. So we have swings. SW goes to swings, which goes down to here. So that's swings. Then we have ST for study. So it connects to the ST. And we have study. Then we have SW for swim. Goes up to that one. and then over to swim, and ST for student, so it connects there and there. If you have student and study backwards, that's fine, because he could be studying, she could be a student, but I'm guessing that he's the student and she's studying. But either way is correct, so I'm not worried about it. Section B, find and circle. We have student here, swim, study, and swings. All right, so page 52 is worth 12 points. On page 53, Stacy's day. So 1, Stacy is a busy student. She always reads email before school. She goes to school at 8 o'clock. So it's 7:45, so she's reading email. Number 2, Stacy studies English at school. Sometimes she studies in her classroom. Sometimes she studies on the swings. Says her, let's go. She's sitting on the swings. After school, Stacy usually goes to swim practice. She always does her homework at night. Then she watches TV. So, section D, answer the questions. What does Stacy do before school? She reads email before school. So something about reading email before school. Number 2, where does Stacy study sometimes? So in her classroom or on the swings, because it says sometimes she studies in her classroom, sometimes she studies on the swings. So either one is correct. Number 3, what does Stacy do at night? She does her homework and watches TV. That's page 53, and that is worth 3 points. Page 54, section A, read and match. Do you watch TV after school? No, I don't. When does she practice karate? Goes down here. She usually practices karate after school. What does he do on the weekend? Up here, he plays tennis on the weekend. What time is it? It's 3:15, or 3:15. What do you do on Tuesday? Up here, I go to art class. Does she do homework on the weekend? No, she doesn't. All right, so that's that. B, unscramble and write. So you have to unscramble the words and answer the question. So, what do you do on Thursday? I go to swimming class. What does she do on the weekend? She watches TV. When does she do gymnastics? So you have a clock there. It says 5 o'clock. So she does gymnastics at 5 p.m. or after school. Either one's okay. Number 4, does he practice karate after school? No, he doesn't. So page 54 is worth 10 points. Then we'll go over to page 55 here. Let's read about Kevin. Complete the story. My name is Kevin. I live in Ireland. My family likes music. My father plays the guitar. My mother plays the flute. I play the violin. My sister dances. we usually practice every day. There's Kevin and his violin. So here we go. Here's Kevin, and it goes down to the violin. Sister, dances, mother, flute, father, guitar. And so that is worth 16 points on this page for a grand total of 88 points for Unit 6. So please send me your name, your class and student number, and your total score. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.